Grant, we remain the only team unbeaten against league leaders Glasgow City this season after a 0-0 draw here at Petershill Park. What was your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, I think good performance from us today. I thought we were really disciplined in our work. Carried a threat when we went into attack. A lot of good moments and stealing the ball, turnovers, but maybe just lacked that little bit of quality. I think it's the same for both sides. Kind of cancelled each other out at times. But yeah, look, it's a difficult opponent, difficult venue, and we've came and done a job. And you know, these single points are not great. We would have liked to claw back some more on City. But I think given the toughness of the task, we'll take it and move on.
I know you never use this as an excuse, but there was several players missing today. Was it still so pleasing, still put in a good defensive performance despite that?
I think so. I think, look, it's a squad game, and you know, everyone's aware of that. It's tough for the players when they're not playing. We've got 2 or 3 unused subs today again. Players that are well within their rights to question why they're not on the side. But you know, every player in the group will have their moment in the season, and it's their jobs to be ready when called upon. And I think you saw players coming into the side today who have returned from injury, been struggling to get in the team, but by default now they've got an opportunity, and a few of them have really stepped up today. So it's just pleasing to see overall.
And also, this game came off the back of last week's defeat against Hearts. It must have just been pleasing again to get that result, even if it wasn't quite 3 points.
Yeah, look, we're here to win the game, so it's disappointing, but I think in terms of our performance level, we were disappointed not to produce a performance level across 90 minutes last week, and feel like we let ourselves down a little bit in the second half. Certainly the result showed that, but to come in and we asked the players to produce for 90. I think City had a momentum spell for a good 10-15 minutes at some point in the second half, but we were much better equipped this week to ride it out. And show again our qualities going forward. So yeah, look, I'm just. It's a good performance. It's probably a decent point at this venue and against City. So yeah, we're more happy than certainly we were last week.
And just finally, I'll say it's maybe a good time to be heading into the international break with these players out of injury and then coming back in with a Scottish Cup game against Dryborough on the 7th.
Yeah, it's always a funny one, the breaks. Good and bad moments. I think if the players have, the injured players certainly have a couple of weeks to extend their rehab and see if they can move on and be fit for the next game. And we'll keep the other ones ticking over. But look, you know, when you're in football, you want to play matches. I'm never fond of a break, but some of the girls get to go and represent their country at different age groups and stuff, so which is nice. But and it's good for the club that we've got people in those environments again. But yeah, it's always a strange one for coaches and managers, not knowing what to do for the 2 weeks.
Perfect. Thank you, Grant.
Thanks very much. Cheers.